Yesterday, Spain beat Argentina 1-0 in extra time to win the World Cup final. That's not the story. The real story is what FIFA did to the people who wanted to watch it in person. This is the World Cup FIFA didn't want you looking at too closely.
This was the biggest World Cup ever held, the first with 48 teams, and the first ever hosted jointly by 3 countries, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And here's the promise FIFA made when it won the right to host it. The most expensive final ticket would cost, at most, $1,550.
By the time the final actually kicked off yesterday, the cheapest standard final ticket cost $5,785. The most expensive official seats hit almost $11,000. Then, on FIFA's own resale marketplace, prices tripled from there. Some tickets were listed for more than $2 million.
This was the first World Cup where FIFA used dynamic pricing, the same surge pricing model concert tickets use, where the price climbs in real time based on demand, not a fixed price set months in advance. And FIFA didn't just set the prices. It profited from every resale too, taking a 15% cut from both the buyer and the seller on every single ticket resold through its own marketplace.
Fans described waiting in online queues for hours with no idea what they'd actually be charged until they reached the front, if they got a ticket at all.
Meanwhile, the 3 host nations handed FIFA a financial advantage most companies could only dream of. Mexico exempted FIFA from federal taxes entirely. Canada gave blanket tax exemptions to every participating team, and in the United States, FIFA has been classified as a tax-exempt organization since hosting the World Cup back in 1994. So FIFA charged record prices, kept a cut of every resale, and paid essentially nothing in tax on any of it in any of the 3 countries running the tournament.
The host cities weren't nearly as lucky. Each one was left to cover somewhere between $100 and $200 million of its own money on infrastructure, security, and logistics, while losing tax revenue on the very ticket sales FIFA demanded stay exempt. The backlash reached FIFA's own leadership circle. Miguel Maduro, FIFA's former governance chief, publicly accused the organization of prioritizing profit over the fans the tournament was supposed to be for.
It didn't stay a public relations problem. Politicians in New York and New Jersey opened a formal investigation into whether FIFA's pricing and ticket sales process had misled fans. And here's the contradiction sitting at the center of all of it. Despite prices that high, there were still an estimated 180,000 unsold tickets just 2 days before the tournament even began.
If demand was really as overwhelming as the pricing suggested, those seats should have sold out months earlier, not sat empty 2 days out. FIFA got its record prices. It also got a government investigation, a former insider calling it out publicly, and stadiums that weren't guaranteed to be full even at those numbers.
The World Cup final drew one of the biggest global television audiences in sports, but most of what people are actually searching for today isn't the final score. It's why they couldn't afford to be there in person and where all that money actually went.
If you want the stories other channels won't dig into, subscribe to Feuds.
We'll see you in the next one.